Peace, family. Conjure Queen here. It's a little windy outside, but I'm getting my nice workout on this morning in Texas. It's not that hot down here like I thought it would be. I guess it's a pretty breezy day, but then again, it might warm up later. Anyway, you know who it is. Come take a walk with me. I want to discuss some things. The best time to talk about these topics is in nature, being surrounded by all this greenery. So, anywho, let's just jump along into it, right? Being around nature calms one's soul. The reason why nature helps us to balance, to ground, to reconnect to our higher selves is for the simple fact that nature is in tune with God. Nature is in tune with spirit. Nature is just what it is, right? So, what happens when you are in your natural element? You feel more at ease. You feel more at peace. You feel one with self. Now, let's think for a moment when we see creatures or beings that are misplaced and not in their natural habitat. When we look at animals that are caged in, animals that are in zoos, animals that are domesticated that are not supposed to be domesticated, we see that they look depressed. We see that they're not as aggressive. We see that they're more docile, and they're just not who they are designed to be. When the Creator made all beings, each being had their own genetic signature, their own purpose, their own meaning. Everybody, everything has its place in the universe, right? There's no mistakes. The universe doesn't make mistakes, and there is no waste. So, now, with that being in mind, let's think for a moment about people who are not in their element. Let's say human beings are placed in concrete jungles or crowded cities, or they're surrounded by concrete and loud noise and construction and a lot of chaotic energy that disrupt their electromagnetic auric field, right? Otherwise known as their chakras. What happens? Well, that human actually ends up becoming distressed, just like the animal that's misplaced outside of its natural habitat. So, think about this for a moment. If the human being's natural element and natural habitat is to be in nature, speaking of which, I'm kind of thinking about going down there. It looks like I'll get lost, but it looks like it'll be great to get lost. But maybe I'll do that a little bit later. For now, I'll just stay on this trail. But speaking of that, now think about if a human being is born in a chaotic environment outside of its natural element. Well, that being starts to believe that that's how it's supposed to be. That's how it's supposed to live. That's how it's supposed to behave, even though it goes against its truth. It goes against its genetic signature, and it goes against its place in the universe. Now, if all beings have a signature or a contract that says, this is what you are meant to do, this is your purpose here. We all have a contract before we incarnate into this physical vessel. So, what happens when you actually breach your own contract? Well, then you start to experience some disasters in your life, some imbalances, ailments, illnesses, right? Diseases, because you're not in alignment with your truth. So, one of the things that I noticed from experience growing up in New York City, the concrete jungle, right? One of the things I learned is that if you feel crazy, or you feel like you're losing your mind, or you feel like you can't think, or you just feel like, man, I feel like I don't know where I'm at, where I'm going, what's going on right now, in that space of confusion, I will definitely recommend stepping outside of the habitat that you are currently in and taking a break, going on a vacation. It doesn't have to be long. It could be for a day, it could be for a few days, but you need to literally unplug from the matrix, reconnect to nature, go within your internet and take yourself away from the internet and AI for a moment, because all of the electricity, electronics, concrete, noise, the city chaos will drive you insane. Human beings are not meant to live that way. Human beings are not meant to live stacked on top of each other like animals in a slaughterhouse. Okay? One of the things that I noticed is that they got human beings kind of set up like we are somewhat on a farm in a slaughterhouse. When you think about it, they got us working to death, kind of like the hamster on a treadmill. I think it's going somewhere, but it's not. And the reason why I say that is because there's a really great anime that I would recommend you watch. It's called The Promised Neverland. And I'll let you know right here, a disclaimer, it's a pretty dark anime, but it discusses real life things that happen today, every day. It's about these children who live in this orphaned house. And so, they pretty much was raised there. They don't remember having any type of childhood outside of the place. All they remember is that they were always there. So, later on in the episode, right, I'm trying not to give too many spoilers, but they discover that this isn't just an ordinary orphanage. No, they were actually being bred on a farm to be eaten by these beings. Okay? Now, some people may be familiar with reptilians, some people may be familiar with extraterrestrials that visit our land or our planet in order to harvest, right? We know about the missing children, we know about organ harvesting, we know about the black market, and if you don't know about it, then I will highly suggest you educate yourself about it, because knowledge is power and ignorance can and will kill you. Okay, we're not in a space where ignorance is bliss anymore. We're kind of past that. So, to make the point again, the reason that I'm making this video is to kind of shake you up out of your slumber. And sometimes, even when we wake, it's so easy to kind of drift back to sleep and not even realize it, because this is the way this matrix is designed. This is the way this physical reality is designed to make you fall into the slumber, to want to be entertained, right? To enter this entertainment. Okay? So, what I would say is, if you are feeling stressed, if you are feeling lost, if you're feeling confused, and you need to tap in and you don't know how, a simple walk in nature can help you. Stepping outside of the city, going to the countryside, breathing in all of this good oxygen that these trees are giving, sitting with a tree, meditating with a tree, talking to the plants, hugging the tree, putting your feet in grass. Oh, look at the little lake over here. These are the things that you want to do to balance yourself, to get your chakras realigned. There's tons of ways to balance the chakras. There's tons of ways to get your energy rebalanced. But if you are looking for a cost-effective way, a simple way to just get that recharge, walk in nature, talk to nature. Let the bird songs uplift your spirit. Let the aroma of the plants, the flowers and the herbs awaken you. Revitalize your spirit. Listen to the sounds of the winds and the secret messages that it has for you. Ground yourself with the earth and remember that you are here enjoying this physical experience. You are here to enjoy it. If you are not enjoying your experience, then there is something that you are doing wrong. And it's time for you to tap in. And it's okay to get off the track sometimes. I mean, that's the fun of life. You know, you're not supposed to be correct and right all the time. Things are not always supposed to be pleasant. Sometimes our pain is our best lesson so we can grow. So with that being said, take some time to connect with yourself. Take some time to step in nature. Take some time for yourself. Work will always be there. Money will always come to you. But you have to make sure that you are in the right space to receive. If you are stressed and in distress and in dis-ease, you will never be able to manifest the reality that you seek. And with that note, I want to just say, have a beautiful day. Good vibes and good energies being sent your way. Until next time, Conjure Queen signing out. Peace.